Welcome to Tea Time with Riley. I'm Riley. I did miss last week, but I'm here this week. Won't miss another one. All right, so on this week's episode, first I want to talk about Carly Russell. So, our good sis did have to go to court the other day, and unfortunately, she was found guilty of both her misdemeanors. The one for falsifying a police report, and the other one was for falsely reporting that toddler was in fact on the road when he was not. It's kind of messed up because yes, she was wrong because she lied, but they did recommend for her to have 1 year in prison, and I think that's a long time when nobody was hurt or anything like that. She also has to pay almost $18,000 in court fees and restitutions. So I guess we'll see what happens at her sentencing if they really do give her that whole year or not. Hey, prayers for Carly. We'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Do she deserve that year? Or do y'all think they should just make her pay the fees, put her on probation, and call it a day? Now, speaking of court cases, let's not forget when Jeezy went on down to that courthouse and filed for a divorce from Jeannie Mai. Now, it's been a little while now, and I'm starting to wonder if this is a real divorce or more so like a publicity stunt. Now, one thing I did notice was that even in his Instagram post that he made about the divorce, Jeezy is still wearing his ring. Not sure what man files for divorce, but does not take off their wedding ring if they really want to leave their wife. Jeannie Mai don't seem too upset either. And it just so happened that she got a brand new TV show coming out with Damon Wayans Jr. So the only reason I even know about the show is because I went on there looking for tea about the divorce, like everybody else. So I guess we'll see within the next few months or so if they do actually get divorced or not. Are there grounds for divorce? It do seem that way to me, especially when it comes to their family dynamic and the things that she allows for their daughter, which people from his culture typically do not do. But like I said, I guess we'll see. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all think this is a real divorce, or if he trying to get his wife some traction for this show that I'm sure is not even about to be that funny. And apparently, we're just gonna stay in the court system today because we have another one. Keefe D was arrested in Vegas and indicted on murder charges in the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur. Rest in peace, Tupac. And although he claims to not be the shooter, that he was in the passenger seat and his nephew, Orlando Anderson, was in the back seat and actually committed the murder, authorities are labeling him as the mastermind behind the murder plot. Keefe D does maintain his innocence and points fingers, obviously, at his nephew and also at Diddy. There's a lot of people pointing fingers at Diddy these days. We don't really know what's true or not. But what he did state, Keefe D claims that Diddy paid him, offered, to pay him $1 million to murder both Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. Tupac obviously was murdered, Suge Knight was not, and he stands with Keefe D. He says that he is upset to see him arrested, but he also states that he will not testify on his behalf. He will not testify on anyone's behalf. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what happens with this case, what they're actually able to prove, and also to see what their motives actually are with this indictment, if they're looking to indict other people as well. A lot of users are speculating that they are looking to draw charges against Diddy, but only time will tell. Definitely let me know in the comments what y'all think will happen with this case. And if y'all think that justice is actually being served now, finally, after all these years. And poor Tupac. Even if justice is served, it seems like he will never really be able to rest peacefully as Jada just keeps on bringing him up. She did write a book recently where she speaks about how Tupac was her soulmate, even though they were not sexually involved, allegedly. So I'm not really sure how you could just be so obsessed with somebody like that. And yeah, I didn't even have a romantic relationship, even though you claimed y'all did for so long. I'm confused. I would love to know what y'all think in the comments about that. Do y'all think that she really was romantically involved with Tupac? Or do you think it was more so she was just like given fan. You know, because sources and friends close to Tupac always say the same thing, that he was not into her like she was into him. It's very unfortunate for Will because it's just constant embarrassment. She also announced recently in an interview that she and Will have been separated since 2016. That's 7 years. Even though they have maintained a public marriage and she has publicly claimed him as her husband throughout these 7 years, and he has publicly claimed her as his wife, she still went on to say that she was shocked at the Oscars when he called her his wife. At this point, I'm not sure why she hates him so much, but fans are now growing increasingly concerned for Will Smith's mental health. I do hope that there's somebody around him that can give him the help that he needs, because I can imagine she's awful. She's extremely awful to him. She claims that they do live separately, which fans are also speculating about too, because there have been many lives over the years where they are shown in the same house, clearly cohabitating. So I guess we'll never really know with Jada whether they're together or not. I wish she would just leave him at this point, and I'm sure a lot of other fans wish that as well. So definitely let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did Will Smith just find out that they were separated, or did he really know that for 7 years? I guess we'll find out. All right, y'all, and that's it. Thank you very much for hanging with me for Tea Time with Riley. Back to the Cam Man Show.